Thanks for joining me, folks, for our dehydrating date for this beautiful batch of meat. The type of meat that I like to use generally is top round. That's probably the general meat that most people would use. This is actually thinly cut sirloin, which is fine. You can use whatever you really want. Some people even use hamburger. But of course, it just depends upon what your budget is and how much you want to make. So today we're just going to use this thinly cut sirloin, and I'm going to use a dehydrator. You don't have to. Some people like to use an oven. Just put it on a low heat. Lower heat and longer the better, and it depends upon how dry you want it as well. So typically here in a second, when we get it kind of seasoned up, I'll just show you what I like to do. So basically what I do is I just take the rack, you know, this guy. I know on the camera it's kind of hard to see because it's not in portrait mode, because IGTV wants you to have it vertical, so I know it may be a little hard to see. So basically what I'll do is just lay it on just, you know, a longer baking sheet, because it'll get kind of messy, especially if you've marinated it. So you just take the meat, and I don't bother cutting it up right now. I actually just use the whole strips like this, and I'll lay it out. Now you're gonna have to be kind of crammed for room, so the more racks you have, the better. Just to get a little bit sloppy, so I'll just take this other little guy that I got right here for this single piece. Just put it right there. All right, I'm gonna wash my hands real fast because just for germ reasons, I don't really like to touch my seasonings because I know I'm gonna be using later on for other things, so I like to wash my hands in between. Even just a quick rinse will do. So the next thing I want to do, you can just grab some salt, and basically you can salt both sides. Just really depends upon how much salt you want to use. Granted, if you want, you know, obviously for sodium reasons and blood pressure, lighter salt is fine. So I'm actually just going to salt this top part. Right. Looking good. All right. Do the same thing. Just a nice sprinkle of pepper. I like a lot of pepper. You don't have to. It just depends upon if you want to be screaming in agony if you get it too much spice or whatever. So then last, I'm going to pull out Mr. Garlic powder here. Just give it a nice sprinkle. Oh yeah. Beautiful. All right. You can probably see, bring it over a little bit close. See how nice that is, if you can even see that. Trust me, it looks nice. Now I'm gonna move the camera a little bit over here, just so you can see a dehydrator. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and I put the rack usually halfway or so up. Put this little guy on the bottom. Now, you more than likely, partway through, we'll have to rotate the meat just because of the way it's kind of set up in here, which it really doesn't matter. But so your option here is, mine is one of those multi-use ovens here, convection oven. So I just go to dehydrate right there. Now it's already set. I like the 120 is fine. You can do it a little higher if you want it done quicker. But remember, the lower the temperature, the longer you do it, the better usually it's going to taste. So it's already set for about 3 hours at 120 degrees. And all I have to do now is just start it, bam, and there you go. And you can test it throughout, you know, take a little nibble to see how you want it. I like my jerky pretty dry. A lot of people don't. I find that after the jerky's done, if I let it sit for 24 hours, that's actually when it's the best. That's kind of the prime for me. So anyway, hope you enjoyed how to jerky around with me, and stay tuned for more videos. Have a good day.